lovies, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to yet another video. If it's your first time here, my name is the gorgeous Didobho Bambo, and to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back and showing some love. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Please do subscribe to the channel, like this video, give me a big thumbs up, and hit the notification bell so that you would know when your girl uploads a new video. On today's video, I'd like to do a story time. Guys, I'm not alone. I'm with my co-host baby. So please don't mind the noise because it's just the two of us here. So on this video, I'm going to tell you guys about my birthday experience. I mean, this video has been a long time coming. I've been meaning to do this video for such a long time, but you know, guys, it's hectic. I mean, having a little one and having to get to do sit down is quite a challenge. But let's get right into today's so I'm going to backtrack when I was 6 months pregnant. I'm going to backtrack while I was 6 months pregnant. So when I was 6 months pregnant, I was experiencing like hectic pregnancy insomnia. So it dates back there, you know, from 6 months up until I was 9 months pregnant. So basically what had happened was the time I did my test while I was pregnant, I went to, I think I went to 4 doctors. Please don't judge me. So I went to 4 doctors because I just wanted a confirmation that my baby is safe, and I just wanted to like weigh out the dates as to when I'll be giving birth, because in most cases there's no accuracy in terms of the actual date of when you are going to give birth. So I just wanted to like match up the date and see if like maybe I can get an accurate number. So I went to the first doctor. He's the one who confirmed that I was pregnant, and we did tests. We did blood test and we did the scan, and it confirmed that I was pregnant. And I went to the second doctor, the second gynae. This one was a gynae because the first one, it was just a GP. So the second one, it was a gynae. I went to the gynae and we did the test too. They did confirm that I was pregnant. And in terms of the date, the first doctor said I was going to give birth around about the 27th of June. And the second one, we did the test also. They did confirm, as I mentioned, and we did a scan. So there are 2 types of scans that they do. Normally people do the like your ordinary scan where they put on this gel on your belly and they use this whatever, I'll put the name down below, I don't know the names, the terms, and then they check if the baby is really there, and they did see the baby. But I didn't want to do that scan. I wanted to do the one where they insert like a condom on it. I'll put on the name down below, where they put the condom in it and then they insert it inside your coochie to see if the baby's really inside and it's not this kind of pregnancies that you get, because there are different kinds of pregnancies. I just wanted to make sure that I was on the safer side of things. You know, I didn't want to take any chances. And if maybe my baby is at risk, I would, you know, wanted to know earlier on if maybe we can prevent or do something about it that time. So I just wanted to be on the safe side. So the second doctor said, the first doctor said on the 27th, this one said on the 28th of June I'll be giving birth. And then I started going for my prenatal visit, which is at the clinic. So the clinic said I'll be giving birth around about the 23rd of June. That's when I did my regular checkups, I did my blood test, I did my urine test, and I went to the 5th doctor. This one was also a general practitioner. She was not a gynae. And this one said I was going to give birth on the 13th of June. And I was like, okay, cool. So I continued with my prenatal visits and checkups at the clinic regularly every month. What a long journey, honestly, you know. So what I liked about going to the clinic, other than having... So what I liked about going to the clinic, other than having to go to a general practitioner or your regular gynae, first of all, they are pricey. Private ones are very pricey. and I didn't like that they didn't do like like a thorough checkup that they do at the clinic. Normally when I went to the clinic, I would get your urine check, a blood test, and every 3 months I'll get a blood test. I'll do an HIV test at every visit. Well, every other 3 months or 9 weeks. 9 weeks I'll do an HIV test. So everything was in check, and yeah. So down the line, now it's 9 months. I'm 9 months pregnant, but I'm not sure about the dates because everyone gave me their own dates, and I can't really, well, I have 2 that they're close to each other. I also have 2, well, I have 3 that they're close to each other, and I have 1 that's, well, it's alone. I cannot make assumption as to which specific date I'll be giving birth. Okay, fine, but I manifested. I was like, you know what, I don't want to carry half term. First of all, I don't want to carry a preem baby. I also don't want, like, I want to carry full term, but I don't want it to go overboard, as to meaning I don't want to serve my term until I'm 40 weeks pregnant. I wanted to serve my term until I was 39 weeks pregnant. That was it, because guys, it's tiring getting guys, pregnancy, it's a hard journey for me personally. Disclaimer, my experience with pregnancy was just wild. So I wanted to carry until exactly 39 weeks and not 40. I didn't want to jump to 40, and 39 I was certain that I've carried full term. My baby's fine, the lungs have developed, he can breathe on her own when he comes. So I was sharp. Fine. So this one time, so I know I've prepared everything prior to the bad experience that I had. If you don't know the story time, I did mention that I had a terrible experience in a public hospital at 39, at 37. Okay, I'm not sure, but yeah, please go back and watch the story time. So I prepared everything. I packed my bags. I've made sure that everything is ready for me in case my baby, says, babes, we are ready to come out. So on this beautiful day, I tried to sleep. It was at night, and I tried to sleep, and I slept I think around maybe 8 in the evening, and then by 2 o'clock I was awake, like wide awake, and I'm starting to feel this kicks in my mind. I'm thinking I'm just having, the baby's just kicking, and honestly, being pregnant, you are so anxious about everything, because when you're pregnant, you're so anxious about everything. You're anxious when the baby is not kicking, you're anxious when something unusual happens, so you're always on the edge. But on this day, I was just having some very hectic kicks in my mind. I'm thinking, no, like, the baby's kicking today. Oh boy, is just having a ball in my womb, in my stomach, in my belly, and yeah, that is that. I remember I went to the toilet. TMI, I went to the toilet, my first trip to the toilet, and everything was just fine. I took a wee and came back to try to sleep, but the sleep was not sleeping, so I was on my phone. I went to the second time I went to the toilet, I saw this very brownish discharge, and I immediately googled what's going on, and I tried to ask my friend over the phone as to, yeah, Mzala, this is what's happening, but I'm not sure if I'm experiencing contractions or it's just the baby kicking. Okay, fine. This was on the 15th of June. Shapo, I'm like, okay, no, I shouldn't stress. I shouldn't think too much about it, because firstly, this is my first pregnancy. I have no idea how contraction feels like, so I can't even tell if I'm experiencing contractions or what, Fine. As the morning progresses, the pains are getting like very hectic and very excruciating, and I decided, you know what, let me track the the pains. Maybe I'm really going through contractions. So I downloaded this tracking app of contractions, and they were like 45 minutes apart. So that's why I managed to nap in between. Well, I tried, but I couldn't, but I tried, you know. And then from 45 to 30 minutes, they were 30 minutes apart now, you know. They would come and go, the morning progresses. And I remember I was calling my cousin and I was like, please explain to me, because I think I'm going through labor, but I'm not sure if it's contractions or the baby's just kicking, and yeah, I don't know what's going on. And she's like, nah, you're probably going through Braxton Hicks, we don't know, and it's really nothing major, because I'm sure if you're really going through like major hectic contractions, me and you wouldn't be having this conversation now. You'd be cursing and swearing because those things are hectic and painful. I was like, okay, cool, sharp, you know. So I'm having this chat with my mom, and my mom is like, yo, baby girl, I think you are going to give birth. I think it's time. And I was like, nah, I doubt, like the 27th next week, so no, I doubt, you know. And she was like, no, just go to the doctor just to make sure if everything is fine, and yeah, you know, we don't chill and thinking what everything is fine, gada, you'll be giving birth. Okay, cool. I went to the doctor, the GP that I went to the third time, because I was having like mid-visit with her in between my visitation to the clinic. So sharp, I went to the doctor and I got there, yo, they were hitting, you know, but still 30 minutes apart. Went to the doctor, got into the doctor's room, and she checked me. And one thing I hated about going to pregnancy visitation is people inserting their fingers inside of your coochie to check if the baby is fine or you're civic or whatsoever. So she did insert her fingers inside, and she was like, you are a centimeter dilated, so you need to go to the hospital today as we speak. Get home and pack your things and go to the hospital, because if you don't, you might end up giving birth at home, and we don't want that. I was like, okay, cool, sure. But I was still hesitant about going to the hospital, because this one was also a public hospital, but in Pretoria West. I heard good reviews about it until I went there, you know. But anyway, I was being positive. I didn't want to jump the gun immediately. I was like, you know what, let me just delay, and I'll go to the hospital maybe around 8 in the evening or 7, because I don't want to go there to chill, and next thing I'm going to give birth around 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. I don't want that. Okay, fine, Shabu. I remember I was craving Fanta Orange with Oreos. I was like, no, I need to get Fanta Orange and Oreos before I make my way to the hospital. So Mutaga was busy asking me, are you sure you want to go to the hospital that late? I'm like, yeah, I'm positive. So on our way to the mall, I remember him telling me like, you really need to go to the hospital now, because I can see that you're in so much pain, because whenever we get to the roads, the pain will start, like, and then I'll be like, cringing. But I was like, nah, I can soldier through. It's fine, I can soldier through. It's fine. We got the Oreos, Fanta Orange, went home, had lunch, had that Fanta Orange. In my mind, I was like, you know what, let me not gamble with my life and my baby's life. Let me just go to the hospital and see what's going on. Sharp, we made our way to the hospital. Got there, I was admitted, paperwork, blah blah blah, yeah, stuff like that. Sharp, I was in the waiting room. Guys, contractions are something else. And then the anxiety of hearing people screaming also just makes you more anxious, like you're not relaxed, because the pains are having you and other people are screaming in other rooms, and you're like, what the hell? I mean, hell, I don't want this, you know. Okay, sharp. I remember I was going through my phone, just trying to distract myself from the pain, but it was not possible, you know. So they put me in that belt where they monitor the baby's heart, and I was going through the most. And then I remember I asked for the toilet to do number 2, and I asked the nurse if they could check that is it fine that I could go to the toilet to do number 2, because imagine going to the toilet, can't they? You're not doing number 2, you're doing the baby. So I didn't want to do that. So she gave me a go ahead, like, nah, you can go and do number 2, sharp. I went and do number 2. Guys, now I'm feeling the pain. Like, they're like 10 minutes apart, 15 minutes apart. Now they're 15 minutes apart. And it's around 5-6 now. I started packing my things. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pack my phone. And I started dressing up, putting on my night dress, because I was like, you know what, because I know when I go into this, I feel like I'm going to lose myself. So I don't want to lose my things while I lose myself. Rather pack my shit and put my shit together before I lose my shit. Started packing everything and going through the most. One thing about pain, especially contraction pain, when it hits you the most, you start thinking, why am I here? What did I get myself into? Why does it seem like I'm going through the pain alone, but we made this baby together? Like, you're asking yourself so many questions. You start cursing. There are stages, there are levels. Now you start cursing, you start praying, you start bargaining, and then you accept. No, you can't accept. You accept at the end. Yeah, you accept at the end. Sharp, they did check me, see if maybe, the baby's fine and stuff like that. Doesn't this nurse tell me that she can't measure the fetal's heart proper because I'm not sitting well in the, like, I can't sit still. We're having an argument about me sitting still. Guys, I'm in pain, and this woman is asking me to sit still. How do you ask me that? Now we get into an argument, Min and I. We are exchanging words because, you know what? I'm like, you don't know what I'm going through. And she's like, no, I know what you're going through. I'm like, no, don't shout at me because I don't appreciate it, Fine, we get into this mini argument, and I decided, you know what, I don't even want to put this belt anymore because I'm very uncomfortable. I'm going through the most, and she's been ignoring me because there was a time where I asked for like painkillers, something for the pain, because guys, it's too much. It is too much. You feel hot, you feel cold, you feel fine, the next thing you feel pain, but it is short-lived, and then like you go through the most, And she was like, you know what, I think we need to transfer you to another hospital because I cannot measure the fetal's heart proper because you're not sitting still. Wada. She tells me these things, and sharp, they eventually transfer me to another hospital. What pissed me off was this nurse tells me that I am still 5 centimeter dilated. Guys, 5 centimeter, I am going through the most. You're telling me that I'm 5 centimeters dilated. When I got there, I was 4 centimeters dilated. I am still so I'm an inch open, so it's 5. It's no longer 4, it's 5. And I've been at this for such a long time, I'm annoyed. So they call in the ER people. The ER people got there. Guys, I was screaming. I was doing yo. Literally, I was screaming out of my lungs. I was so annoyed. I was so irritated. I didn't want to speak. Whenever they were asking me questions, I was like, don't ask me questions, I don't know, and stuff like that. So sharp, got into the ambulance. I remember this lady, she was so nice. She's like, I don't think you're 5 centimeter dilated because you're screaming. I think you're going to give birth anytime. For a person who's 5 centimeter dilated, she wouldn't scream like that. You're literally going to have a baby. Guys, sharp. Got to another hospital. When I got there, guys, I'm under duress, and these people are making me sign indemnity forms that I can't even read because I am in so much pain. Fine, I got to that hospital. Shame, I got like a 5-star treatment when I got there. I'm not gonna lie, it is a public hospital, but the treatment that I got was private hospital shanders, Sharp, when I got there, I remember I told the nurse, I was like, please take this baby out. I am begging you. I am begging you, like I am begging. And she's like, how am I supposed to take the baby out? I was like, bring scissors, bring the doctor, bring anything. I'm begging you, just take this baby out. I am tired. I am in so much pain. I cannot take it any longer. Guys, I was in labor for 30 hours. Mind you, this was the next day. I don't even know what date it is. I don't know if it's night or day, but it was long. The pain was long and excruciating. I just wanted the baby to come out. Sharp, this nurse was like, if you do me one favor, I promise to take the baby out. I'm like, anything, what do you want me to do? Aaron, please poop for me. And if you poop, I promise I'm gonna take the baby out. I was like, Sharp. Then I tried to poop. Poop is not coming out because you like, guys, I don't know how to explain contractions, ne? Mara, imagine being like, imagine a period pain times 70. It give him 70 because you're like, it's a life and death situation. 70. Imagine that. 70. Sharp, I tried to poop, it's not pooping. And shame, they came and this nurse was like, the nurses were so nice, I'm not gonna lie. This other one came and she's like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know, please take the baby out. And she checked me immediately. She was like, but you, I don't know, this person is 8 centimeters dilated. And that's like 10 minutes after getting there. And that one, the one that I left, she said I'm 5 centimeters dilated. So I could have given birth on my way to the hospital. Sharp. She's like, yo, no, we're not gonna wait until you're 10 centimeters dilated. We are killing the mucus. I was like, good shot. Sharp, they start preparing things and stuff like that. Guys, I was naked and I didn't care. This is June. This is June. It's cold and I didn't care. I remember this one coming to my room and saying, please dress up because people are looking at you like you're a crazy mad woman. I was like, I don't care if I look like a crazy woman because I am crazy and I want this baby out. Shapo, the doctors came, the gynae came, everyone, like, it was hands on deck, I'm not gonna lie. Everyone was hands on, people were helping me and they were like, whenever you feel the pain, push as hard as you can. I was like, okay, cool. Contraction came, I tried to push. The baby's head was just sneaking out and going back in. I tried to push again. The baby's head sneaked out and went back in. It was so frustrating because whenever because whenever the doctor was trying to get a hold of the head would go back inside. So it was kind of frustrating. I remember the doctor saying, I think we're going to have to use a vacuum because your baby's head is not coming out. I was like, hell no. No one is using a vacuum on me. I pushed so hard, the baby's head finally came out. Okay, cool. Now we need to push out the body. Guys, I pushed. It was pushing is not painful. The pain, the contraction, yeah. But eventually I pushed until the baby came out. I was in labor for like 45 minutes. I was in labor for giving birth for 35 minutes. And after that, they take out, so the baby's out, they show you the baby. And I remember I was crying because I was tired. Not because I was feeling pain, but because I was tired. I was like, oh, finally. And after you've given birth, after the baby's out, like the pain, it's like you were imagining the pain. It was like, it's like you imagine the pain is not there. Okay, cool, sharp. Now I waited for like 2 to 5 minutes until they can take out the, what do you call this? I don't remember, but I'll put on the name. You have to, yeah, I've waited 5 minutes until I had to push out that thing that carries the baby inside your womb. After that, They stitched me out because I remember while I was pushing, I felt the ring of fire, ne? But for like 5 seconds, because you're still pushing and there's still contractions happening. Now there's a ring of fire. You go through a lot of pains at the same time, but the one that takes the cup is the contraction pains. Sharp, there was a ring of fire, and while I was pushing, I did feel like something was tearing out, and so I got a tear. And after you've pushed that thing out, so they need to stitch you up. Stitching wasn't painful, honestly, because they did numb me, so I didn't feel them stitching me. But I remember I had to be in conversation while they were stitching me, because the doctor was like, just in case you pass out, I don't want you to pass out, so I need you to have a conversation with me while I'm stitching you, just to be on the safe side. I was like, okay, cool. Shabu, he was done. He was like, well done, you did well, congratulations. And I was like, thank you so much, guys, like, you really helped me. It was a tough one, but yeah, you came through for me. And it's like, you're such a strong woman, because I can't imagine, I mean, why wouldn't they even give you like painkillers or something? Because like, you truly deserve painkillers, because imagining being tired from the pains, the contraction pains, and having to be tired from pushing, because pushing takes a lot of strength, guys. So like, yeah, you're such a strong woman. And yeah, guys, that is that. And it was tough, I'm not gonna lie. It is painful. Am I going to get pregnant again one day? Maybe one day, just not anytime soon, because wowzer. I'm not going to go through that again anytime soon, but definitely going to get pregnant. Will I do a C-section or natural birth? I'm going to do a natural birth, because for me personally, I think natural birth worked the best after the experiences that I went through after. Like the baby had jaundice, I had to breastfeed, like there was a lot going on, postpartum, postnatal depression. So I couldn't imagine my life having to experience that, and also having to, you know, went through cesarean procedure. So definitely natural birth is the way to go for me. So yeah, guys, that's the story. I really hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, please hit the like button. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on my next video. Bye.